bleary seaside town of Briancliff was always quiet. Until one day, mysterious portals to the astral plane start to open up around town, letting nightmare monsters in. Now, an intrepid group of adventurers needs to traverse the astral plane in their dreams and close the portals before anything too dangerous gets through. This is Dungeons and Dreamquests. Hello, you wonderful nerds, and welcome to our new episode of Dungeons and Dreamquests. It has been a while, but we are finally back and ready for action. I am Jackie, I am the DM, I use she or they, and I am going to be playing literally everybody in this world except for these chucklefucks. So, who are you people?
Well, my name is Eliza. I use she and they, and I will be playing Elindir, the Twilight Cleric.
Hey, I'm Stevie. They, them, or she, her, and I will be playing Rizzy, the probable half-elf artificer.
Not concerning. Not concerning at all.
Totally normal. Hi, I'm Dylan. I use he or she pronouns, and I play Pistachio, the human archfey warlock, and Pistachio uses he or they.
Okay, cool. Sorry, just grabbing a thing. Okay, and where were we last time we met in Briancliff?
I adopted a new friend. So
Indeed you did.
That's basically all Elindir is focused on, is the fact that she adopted a chaotic, is what I'm going to call it, little teddy bear gremlin.
Word. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you named him Otto, right?
Otto. Yeah.
I love him. Otto. Little chaos gremlin indeed.
Oh, right. We opened up those boxes, right?
Yeah, you opened up that Pandora's box.
I think we handled it way better than Pandora, though.
That is true. I would agree. Yeah. And it is now solidly nighttime here in Briancliff as the diffused moonlight trickles in between the overcast skies and clouds that kind of block out a lot of the direct light. What do you do?
Well, trying to see here. I think Rizzy probably is doing her best to update her try to fireproof as much as possible her bedroom for future reference. Just seems like this will need to be, insulation will be an ongoing concern in this community to begin with.
Yeah, so, if you want, you can make a tinkering tools check.
Okay. Let me see here. Thank you, Roll20, for kicking me out.
How rude.
Oh.
Truly the website of all time.
Yep.
Okay. 23.
Okay, yeah, you managed to properly rearrange things, and you pull out some materials like different fabrics and little scraps of metal to kind of haphazardly coat things in less flammable materials. And the room itself is made of stone, which makes things easier. And you kind of work on clearing out some of the stuff in this room and giving it away to literally any other room in this tavern. So,
Yeah,
yep. Let's see. I can actually put you in the tavern. Okay. Were we saying that you had this room here?
the one where the bed got burned up, for sure.
Okay. So do you want to get rid of the bed and the table and all that? And
Yeah,
have just a bare room?
yeah. Rizzy just needs a perch from which to hang.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there
Yeah.
are some beams,
Like half
some
elves do.
Yeah, of course.
It's because Rizzy's part spider. Just.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
That's kind of,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's her thing, you know.
Yeah, I can't edit the map here because I made it on Incarnate, which is absolutely lovely to use. And but let's just pretend there's no better table.
Editor's note: there is no bed nor table.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I think Ilandir is trying to figure out how to best keep Otto from destroying everything. Bringing him in here, because
Yeah, there's a lot of fabric, and he's kind of salivating a little.
yeah, thankfully he's muzzled, but muzzled doesn't
Yeah.
stop him from actually like opening his mouth. It's
Yeah,
just
he can
prevents
still
him from
he can
doing
still do a little
devastating
chorp.
bite.
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
still do a little chorp. And
Exactly.
do you have him manacled still, or?
I think we
so.
did. Yeah.
So he's. I'm gonna assume that you make like a little leash for him out of rope or something, and he's tugging.
Yeah, I've
you
got
go into
weaver's tools if we need a reason. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but you go into the tavern and he's snarling, and Larry is kind of like, he raises an eyebrow, but he's like, after all you've done for him, he's not gonna say shit about your weird pet.
That's okay. The moment Otto starts growling, I'm gonna start like I'm training a dog. It's like correction, walk outside, wait for him to calm down, walk back in. When we finally get a calm reaction, that's when I'm gonna proceed. It's gonna take me a while.
Okay, yeah. You can
Yeah.
make another animal handling check.
Beautiful. I am really bad at those. So
Okay.
not really bad. They're wisdom based, so I'm a little bit better than if you asked me to do something int based. Okay. That's gonna be a 18.
Okay. Oh, gosh,
Is it
sorry.
right?
Ugh, allergy season is kicking my ass. So yeah, he's still belligerent and feral, but
As one
it seems
expected.
like he is starting to respond to the reinforcement of little scraps of cloth as a bribe.
Yeah,
He's food
absolutely.
motivated.
Yeah, he
I can
is.
work with that.
Yeah. So far, he only seems to care about one thing: eating fabric. And
Don't we all?
yeah, as one does.
Mhm.
And that seems to be enough to distract him from the, I mean, there's a few, like, table linens, like, not tablecloths, but, like, napkins and bar rags and stuff like that. Okay, so you head
My turn?
upstairs. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, your turn. Yes, Pistachio, what do you do?
I feel like Pistachio's out here to explore life outside of the nobility, right? So he's probably out on the town.
Okay. Where would you like to head on the town?
Sorry, my cat has
Kitty.
decided to pay a visit.
Kitty
If I
butt.
could
It's a shame I
interject-
didn't go Pact of the Chain because she could be my
I love that.
familiar. Don't drink my coffee. You don't want that.
If I could interject, does Pistachio know about the party tavern we found?
Did you tell him? I think he wants to find the place where the most stuff is happening. So if he's wandering around and he hears a party tavern, he's going to go to there.
Okay, make an investigation check, but use your charisma instead of intelligence.
Okay, let's open up my character sheet. Investigation, oh, charisma. Okay, that's just going to be the same as my persuasion, so I'm just going to roll persuasion.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a big town, and everyone is talking about the show at the Siren Song Tavern.
Woo. All
So,
right, then I'm headed there. See what's
okay.
up.
So we are splitting the party for evening shenanigans, I guess.
Sorry, everybody.
Would anybody like to go with him to the Siren Song?
I
I
mean,
don't want to oversensitize Otto, and I got to really make sure that these first couple days go smooth. So that's my
Yes.
priority.
Rizzy might go, especially if there's a chance that a certain kind of wayfish postmaster might be in attendance too.
Does Rizzy say they're going?
I think she probably knocks on Ilindir's door and says, "Hey, I think I'm gonna go to Pistachios wants a wing person. So I'm I'll how are things?
things are good. Otto's settling in. But if you're going to be going out, I'm gonna give you that hair clip I picked up.
Oh,
There was an enchanted hair clip that your hair is always perfect no matter what. So
thanks.
that one.
Yeah, thank you.
Since you walk on walls and things, and then your hair does stuff, now it's just gonna be.
Huh, that's very smart.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm happy to help you work on like auto-proofing your room if you'd like. Just let me.
I'd love to take you up on that. Last thing I want to do is have this feral little animal tear up the tavern more.
Well, I mean, I'd be happy to watch them too sometime. I think I've gotten my room pretty cleared out for that purpose. So just
Okay.
let me know.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back later. Not sure when, but
Later.
Sounds good.
Okay. So we'll cut over to the party people. And let me change up the music and go for some party people shit. I'm afraid to use my usual tavern music because of copyright. So
Yeah.
I am gonna go with Calm Tavern Downtime. Oh, that's not the vibe we're going for. That is indeed calm. I'm sorry. Sorry. I think this should be. Yeah, I'll try this.
That's a little better.
Yeah, this should be public domain, I hope. Because it's an old folk tune, so yeah. Okay, so there is lively music playing as you walk by, and you can see the candle lights of the inside of this tavern pulsating as you approach. And as you go in, you see that there is a dancer on the tables, a bright red tiefling, and she is spinning fans with flames on them, and breathing fire, and flourishing with the flames that seem to pulse with her every movement, as a small band of two people, two gnomes, accompanies her in the corner. And this tavern's pretty busy.
My goodness, what a show!
The barkeeper says, I know, right? Yeah, she's especially good today. Make sure you tip well.
Of course, certainly, yes. And I'll turn to Rizzy and be like, "What? How much do people tip in these sorts of places?
Well, I probably could start with a gold.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you
Wink.
see that there's a hat laid out in front of like one of the tables that she's dancing on. And you
Okay,
see
I'm
some
gonna-
silvers and golds in there.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that out of the corner of my eye and see about how much people put in every time they go over there.
Okay.
I think Pistachio wants to understand the appropriate customs, since I doubt he had to pay for much growing up.
Yeah. Fair.
Don't think he really knows what these practices are. But yeah, I think they'd like to find some place to sit down.
Okay. Yeah, there's a table in the corner that seems to be pretty empty. It's a larger table, but there's one person sitting there, and there's clearly room.
Okay. I'll trot on over there then. Would you mind terribly?
Oh
No,
no,
just-
go ahead. And the lady kind of just scoots over a little bit and continues
Okay.
watching.
All right, I will sit down there then. And I will people watch and soak in the experience.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Rizzy probably at first will sit down on like the same side of the table and then be like, oh, maybe I should sit on the other side, just, you know, in case you see anybody
Yeah.
want to join us.
And you look around and you don't see Corvin anywhere. He does not seem to be here, at least not now. The bartender looks at you and he says, "Hey, you guys want a drink?"
Oh yes, certainly. Do you have wines?
Yes, and we also have our town specialty, the stone seed brandy.
Oh well, if there's a specialty, I simply have to try that.
Okay,
Would you
that
like
would
anything this week?
I could. Do you have any like ink or rare oils or something? Say like finger paints or something like that.
he just kind of looks at you and says, "This is a tavern."
Oh, so I it's worth a shot. I'll just get a water, I guess.
Okay, that we could do. And he slides over one glass. It's like almost like a highball glass, and it's filled with like this kind of off-putting green, like chartreuse liquid. And he says, 4 gold.
All right. There we go. Changed it on my sheet. I have paid.
Okay, cool. And he thanks you and hands you your drink.
Fantastic. He will drink it.
Okay. Do you drink all of it in one go? Like, do you chug it?
No. I think he's a sipper.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Rizzy, if she may, might ask Pistachio for a sniff, just to see. I don't not a taste. If okay. I mean that's
No, by all means.
Yeah, I think Rizzy will smell it and use her psychic nose ring to try to tell the smell the future with regard to this drink.
Okay. You can smell the future and the drink, and it smells. Both of them smell absolutely acrid, and just very strong of alcohol. The future smells boozy.
Do I smell alcohol poisoning in this future?
Not necessarily alcohol poisoning, but you smell a hint of what may be regret.
I'll just say, Tashi, I'd recommend you start sipping with this maybe. Just
Oh no, of course. It's not
Okay.
becoming to drink the whole thing at once.
Okay, so make a con save. Let's see how this affects you.
Oh, I love it. Haha, yes!
Oh boy, you
Yes,
are
yes,
a
yes.
lightweight. A
Yes.
few sips in, and first of all, stuff tastes like ass. It is bitter, it is sour, it has no sweetness to it. It is herbaceous, but not in a pleasant way. But, ooh boy, is it strong. And it
My
hits you
goodness,
like a
people here
truck.
drink to get drunk, don't they?
Yeah, we do. We work hard, party harder.
I think Rizzy's gonna be tempted now to put down 4 gold and get herself one of these just to
Okay.
mix in a little bit of the good stuff, maybe. Just
Okay.
might stand out less than having just a water in
Okay.
happening to them.
You pour a little bit into your inkwell.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah, I'll pour a little of my ink into
Okay. Yeah.
this time.
Yeah, he slides another one of these tall glasses over and happily takes your coin.
I need to roll a con save.
Indeed, you do.
Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
Ugh.
It still hits you pretty hard. You're not exactly the lightest lightweight, but this stuff is strong. It's potent, and you haven't had alcohol in a while. So you are sufficiently buzzed.
Yeah, it's artisanal, they say.
Yeah, artisanal. And yeah, it does not taste good. And for you, it tastes even worse. Because you do not food.
Yeah, I think Rizzy maybe, is just eyeing the nearby paintings or lithographs on the wall hungrily. It's like,
Yeah, there's almost like some pinup paintings. Like sketches.
yeah, of the town guard.
Tastefully.
There is one portrait of Killian the guard posed rather tastefully with a helm in front of his nethers.
He's posing in the pumpkin patch.
Yeah. He's a rather harsh-looking fellow. Aw.
Yeah.
He's a harsh-looking fellow, but he's fucking ripped. And then
I
between
know I'm not there, but whew.
yeah. And music dies down, and the dancer steps off the table and sits down at the bar. And the bartender pours her a glass of this reddish liquid and slides it over to her. And upon holding it, it lights on fire, and then she shoots the shot.
Whoa!
Do you know how to do that, Tash?
I've never tried. It does look like quite a hoot, doesn't it?
Indeed, it does. I'm glad I came out. I know. I was afraid it's gonna be like a wet blanket, like other times we've gone out. But I'm
Well, I'm
just-
quite glad to have you here with me. Experiencing the experiences.
Yeah, I think Rizzy's probably, probably blushing more than even like catching her reflection in like nearby glassware. It's like she
Aw.
hasn't that much red on her face in a while.
Yeah. Aw. And I'm picturing it going across her nose and everything. She absolutely has the e-girl blush going.
Oh, absolutely.
It always comes back to e-girls with us.
Yeah. I know.
Yep.
Yeah. And the dancer gets up, she stretches a little bit, and starts climbing back onto her performance table. And
Is
she
anyone
starts...
else dancing in here, or just?
Yeah, it's pretty busy.
Okay. I wasn't sure if people were just sitting and watching, or.
Oh no!
Like
Oh wait, no. She's the only one dancing. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, she's the entertainer for the night.
Got it.
But some people are bobbing along to the music a little bit from their seats.
Yeah, I think Pistachio's definitely doing it. If it's not, if there's no space for him to get up and move, he's not going to try to do that
Yeah.
because he is trying to experience things the right way. But
Yeah.
you can definitely tell he has the urge to do so, especially the more he drinks.
That is fair. And you hear the door chime a little bit, and you see the familiar lanky figure of Corvin the Ravensmaster come in, and he looks sullen and dreary as always.
Does he immediately like head to a particular table or?
He heads to the back corner. Doesn't even look around much.
Is there space at the table at the back corner?
Yeah. It's a very small table, but there is a seat for another.
I think Rizzy might be like, Tashi, are you okay if I just go say hi to Corbin?
I'm doing wonderful. Go, go, go.
Okay.
Have fun. Have fun.
Can I roll an insight check on something on that to see, like how, in his headspace.
Okay.
You are...
Is this insight check for Corvin or for
No, for Pistachio. That should have been just a 3, I guess.
Yeah, 3. I mean, he seems
doing
pretty
great.
drunk.
Oh,
No,
gosh.
he's doing good. He's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I think Rizzy's heading over to Corvin and maybe just making a mental note to check back in a few minutes just in case.
Yeah. And Corvin sees you approach, and he immediately kind of like straightens his posture a little bit. He's still kind of hunched over, but
Oh, hey,
Yeah. Hey.
How's it going?
It's okay, I guess. Had to clean up a bunch of hatchings today. And Mel's been slow. Gave me some extra time to study.
Well, that's I'm glad to hear it. Mind if I join you for a bit here? I had a couple other designs of things that I was working on, just for the post office. If you'd like to see.
Oh, certainly, sure. And he kind of, you can tell that he's trying not to blush.
Have you gotten anything to drink? Do you drink?
I was gonna order just an ale. And he gestures to the barkeep, and he acknowledges it and starts pouring a beer. And,
Sorry.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my beer. And he's kind of like, are they gonna bring it over? Do I get it? I guess I'll get it, because it is kind of crowded and the bar's busy, so.
I can get it. And I think Rizzy might be getting up, like not like putting her hand on his shoulder, like, oh, don't worry, I can get through the crowd pretty quickly, and she'll kind of, as needed, walk along the side and maybe up like along the wall to get around the crowd. And,
he sees this and kind of raises his eyebrows a little bit, and he just shrugs.
Perfect hair, though.
Yeah, she's a little buzzed. She's like,
Yeah.
Maybe he'll just think I'm a monk. I don't know.
And yeah, you get the beer. You feel like if you were to walk on the wall with the beer, it may very well spill. But it's not so crowded that you absolutely need to walk on the wall. It's just, it's bustling. It's not packed.
Yeah, I think I'll take it easy on the way back. And
Okay.
how much was the beer? Because I'm
just
Rizzy's
1 gold.
definitely paying. Yeah, Rizzy definitely didn't ask for Corbin's money before
Yeah.
heading over. Oh, here you go.
Oh, thanks. That was neat. And
Oh,
he kind of looks down at your shoes, kind of like expecting to see something like fancy shoes or something.
Oh no, it's just up in the north. We have a pretty serious bar, pub, nightclub culture, and you just get used to cutting through the crowds as quickly as possible.
He's gonna insight check that.
Is that opposed by deception?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, he is like, okay. He's not gonna say anything, but he's definitely a bit confused by this.
Well, what did you think of the designs? And Rizzy has she probably had some hastily scribbled up designs from 10 minutes prior, just in case he came by as a pretext to sit with them.
Okay. What kind of designs do you show him?
One that's kind of maybe sort of I'm imagining all of these as gifts, given the way that Artificer whatchamacallits work, the magic, the
Infusions.
tinkering ability.
Yeah.
The magical tinkering.
Yeah.
Like a bird whose mouth opens, it says hello, like a little text bubble. Or another bird that lifts up a top hat, and there's another tinier bird that says welcome as you come in, and all of these, basically all bird themed.
Oh, I like them. I especially like the one with the little hat.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you could stop by and work on adding these whenever you like.
Sure. I mean, any reason to stop by, of course.
Feel free.
Okay. I'm happy to see you out here
Yeah,
with everything going on.
Yeah, it's a reason to go get drinks, am I right?
Yeah.
And you can see that he had some scrolls, and he just kind of shuffles them back into his bag. He came here more or less just to read and drink. And those plans have since been dashed.
I mean, if you're busy, I can...
Oh, no, it's just some correspondence from my school.
How's everything going there?
The whole distance learning thing, it's...
Yeah, I hear
But
you.
I think I'm learning a bit. And he conjures what should be a mage hand, and it's made of 5 raven's feathers. And he uses it to pick up the beer stein and raises it a few inches and puts it back down. It's a little shaky, a little wobbly. But it works.
Rizzy does a little clap, and she says, would you like to toast?
Certainly. And he mage hands raises the glass.
To more nights like these. Where
Yeah, to more nights like these. Are you mage hand toasting as well?
let me double check to see if I...
Do you have mage hand? Not sure.
I have mentioned.
I know you have mage hand. Yeah, I don't think you have mage hand. Because you're an artificer, so...
Yeah, artificers are just... You get to, you can get another cantrip when you hit level 10 or whatever.
Yeah, because you're half-casters.
Yeah, and, well, let's see here. I think I might maybe tinker the mug to make it toast whenever it clinks against another glass, perhaps. Because even though I can't mage hand, even though I'm doing this with my grubby little paw, I add a little flair to it.
Make a Tinker's Tools check.
Okey-dokes. Let's see here. Can I Wedence myself on this?
Sure.
Not that,
Yeah, at
which
this
always
point,
means
yeah, at this point you're just showing off a little bit.
well,
And
Sorry.
yeah, it
Wants to
toasts.
make-
And you make like quick little like spriggy legs, and it kind of hops up and toasts.
yeah, I think Lizzie's in hog heaven.
Yeah. And music's going. The tiefling is still dancing. Pistachio, what are you doing?
I think as Pistachio drinks some more of his like faintness comes out, like not actively or anything, but
More
just
of his
the sort of,
whatness?
like, what? Huh?
More of his vagueness?
No, Fey. Like his
Oh,
Fey-
fayness. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So he
that makes a
becomes
lot more
little,
sense
like,
than
in that
vague.
very unsettling, sort of not quite right way, which I don't know if people will, because you can charm or fear with that. I don't know how everyone else will react to, to
Okay.
him being just a little bit stranger, but
Okay.
Uncanny
Uh,
Valley
he's at
over
same
here.
time.
Yeah.
Anyone who will talk to him, he will talk to them.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, they seem more charmed than anything else. I mean, they're all a little bit drunk at this point, so that helps.
fair enough, yeah.
Um,
They're all seeing not quite right anyway, so.
the dancer sits down after performing another set, and this time she just gets water and sits down at the bar. She says, "Oh, haven't seen your face around here before. New in town?"
Yes, indeed. I departed my home city not long ago, and I've been seeking what the world has to offer.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I've done a fair bit of traveling myself, and right now I have a pretty good thing going here in Brynecliff, so I think I'll
You're
stick around
very
for a
good.
bit. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Never seen anything quite like it. I love the fire.
Yeah, so do I.
I could tell.
So, what's your name?
Oh, I'm so impolite of me. I am sorry. My name is Pistachio.
Oh, nice to meet you, Pistachio. I'm Alexia, and she puts out her hand for a handshake.
All right.
Her hand is uncannily warm. Not like painfully hot, but it's warmer than a humanoid should be. And she says, "So, how long have you been in town?"
Oh, when did I get here? My goodness. Out of character, I do not remember. How long it's
Okay,
been.
I'll say it's been like just a few days.
Oh, just a few days ago, I think. Stumbled upon an old friend and got hauled off to some business with teddy bears. I'm trying to keep
Oh,
track of it all. Has been
You're one of the bear
more things have happened
fighters.
in the last couple days of my life than the first however many years.
Yeah, this town has been a lot more interesting in the past few weeks, really. I've been here for a few months myself, and used to be a lot quieter. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, I've had outposts that have been much more boring.
You like the excitement of it all then?
Yes, I used to travel a lot and, been to a lot of odd places, but like I said, for now, I think that I can put down some roots here for a bit. See how it
Oh,
goes.
I hope I find some more interesting places as well. I had enough of a boring life growing up. I think it's been quite invigorating to experience something new.
I almost wish I could say the same. But it's been exciting from the start for the most part, except for a few different places I've been here and there.
Yeah.
Over the course of my journey.
Do you have a favorite place that you've been?
Oh gosh. Probably Parrot Island. It is an island that's full of all sorts of bird people, and half the island is floating above the ground. It's incredible.
A friend of mine's quite into birds. Perhaps I'll put it on the list.
Huh. Yeah, it's definitely a place I'd check out. It's not terribly far from here. It's a few days sail south.
I'll have to ask her about it.
Yes. Well, it's best that I get back to my set. I think I'm properly refreshed and ready to get going.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, and he'll do sort of a little like
Of course.
half bow thing.
I'd be disappointed if he didn't. And she kind of
Not
nods.
elegantly if he could, but he's
Yeah.
doing his best.
He's trying. And she gives a nod of appreciation and stands up and climbs back up and starts performing again. Okay, let's cut back to Illandir. You are trying to semi-tame this bear.
Yep. Yes, I am.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna need another animal handling check. I will give you the option to use your charisma, but I don't think you're gonna use that.
No.
Yeah.
Wisdom is a much wiser choice.
Yeah, indeed.
And then I drop my die. Okay, so that's gonna be a really good one. 22.
Nice. Yeah, I think that he's starting to get the hang of things a little bit more and learn that he can snap all he wants and he's not going to be able to bite anything through the muzzle.
Mhm.
And if he sits still and doesn't snap at you, you feed him a little scrap of fabric, and he seems to be learning that a little bit. But he's still kind of antsy and kind of roaming around a little bit, and every time he gets a little too close to the bedspread or the curtains, you're like, no, Otto. And he just kind of looks at you and then tries to sneak over, no, Otto. So it's a lot of babysitting.
I knew this when I signed up to adopt a baby bear.
Yeah. He is adorably cute. What color bear did you choose? Is he a polar bear or a brown bear?
I don't think we specified when I pulled him. I'm gonna evens odds, and we'll go
Okay.
off of that. So evens are polar. It was an odd number, so he's a little brown.
Little
grizzly.
brown teddy bear. Aw, how cute. And he looks actually kind of defeated at this point.
Mm.
Like, you understand that he feels almost a little trapped here.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Well, I'm gonna try to give him space to decompress, and
Okay.
we'll work on more positive reinforcement tomorrow.
Okay.
But...
Yeah. Very well.
Mhm.
So, how late do Pistachio and Rizzy stay out?
Well, I mean, I think Rizzy's probably making sure to check in periodically on Pistachio. How are things?
Oh, they're just wonderful. This place is so lively. It's great.
I
Blast.
I noticed you were talking to the performer. Are you thinking about? I know you dabbled a little bit back when we went out. Are you thinking about like performing some more? Or?
You know, I hadn't thought of it.
I think people in Brindecliff would really love to hear your stories if you'd like to share.
You think? I figured maybe they wouldn't be too amenable to an outsider coming in and talking about his own flights of fancy.
At the very least, I mean, if you don't want to make it like too personal, you can always frame it as something that happened to a friend of yours. Something.
What a wonderful idea. Well, perhaps I'm a little out of practice. Perhaps not tonight, but if we stick around, maybe.
Believe me, nobody just wants to hear about the town they live in, hearing about wild and wondrous happenings all over the world is well, that's what makes small town life. So
I think he is in danger of accidentally clocking somebody with his cane at some point. That's the biggest worry, because he's a hand talker and he keeps forgetting he has it.
I think maybe you start accidentally pummeling Rizzy, and she's like, I think maybe you could put that on the table there, maybe.
I'm sorry. It's
okay.
It's so exciting.
I think when you do that too, Rizzy starts noticing the craftsmanship of the cane and is salivating a little bit. Like, it's been a while since I've eaten some good woodworking. I must stop. I'm going to. I think Corvin's probably about to call it a night. Would you like to? Or do you want to stay out a bit more?
Well, I don't sleep, but I suppose I could use some rest regardless. Are we up to anything else? If they ask us to do anything else, or was that the bulk of that?
Oh,
there's the portals and things too, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm not sure that one night's going to hurt things that much, like going to set us that far back, but...
Oh no, I just meant in terms of how rested I would need to be ongoing for the, I can't spend all of tomorrow hungover in my room if we've got things that we have to get up to do.
Well, I'll make sure that my alchemy jug is prepped for the occasion, just in case.
Oh, so thoughtful. And he'll tap his cane on the ground.
Important question.
I don't want to eat that. There is a blade in there.
Oh.
He doesn't say that in character, but that's...
Yeah.
This is his knife also.
Yeah. Important question. Does Pistachio order a second drink?
He might try. I don't know that Rizzy should let him.
I think...
I mean, you were left unattended for a while there,
That's
so...
true.
Yeah. Yeah, so make another con save. For either finishing your current drink or ordering a second.
Hey!
Okay, yeah. Once you've been like initiated into the stone seed, it's not as strong. Once you get a little bit more used to it. And you finish off the rest of the glass. It is still not very good, but...
Well, at least I don't throw it up everywhere.
Yeah. You do keep it down.
I think if Rizzy wants to go, he's definitely amenable to going with her.
I mean, yeah, I think Rizzy's probably gonna head back to Corvin, see what's up, and... I mean, he did seem like he was trying to get some work done tonight.
Yeah. So he perks up as you walk over. He says, I was gonna head out soonish. I do have an early run tomorrow, have to deliver letters and stuff.
Would you mind if I, came by sometime and worked on...
Oh, go for it, yeah.
It was nice. It was nice to see you.
Yeah, this was good. Yeah. And he kind of awkwardly shuffles out of the tavern.
I think Rizzy's probably gonna chase after and try to. Yeah, would you like a hug before you leave? Or?
Okay. And he looks a little awkward, but is like, sure. And he goes over and you guys hug.
Yeah, I think Rizzy probably leans her head like against his cheek for like a second. like it's, you know, obviously, like, we're standing up, but, you know,
Yeah.
she might be a little buzzed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yeah.
Well, I need to get my friend home too, so I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'll see you. And he kind of looks at you and starts walking backwards a little bit, and then he kind of just goes back off to his tower.
I think Rizzy's having the little sort of Sailor Moon gif of her head just filled with hearts, and she's doing that.
Yeah, that checks out.
And she sort of hop, skips, and jumps back inside, and hopefully Tashi is not in a horse trough somewhere.
Oh, he's doing great. He's doing great.
Yeah, he's only
After sexy
moderately.
combo,
Yeah, he's only slightly drunk.
he's back in it.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys all head back to the Rustinized Tavern, the original tavern.
Yeah, he'll offer his elbow.
Okay.
He's
And
got
you
his-
make it.
He's got his cane to help him be steady, even though he's a little drunk. So
Yeah.
he's got this.
Yeah, Rizzy gladly takes. Yeah.
So I forget. Did Sashio meet the post office guy?
Oh, I mean,
I think you did.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, Rizzy definitely would have introduced, like, Corbin and Tashi, but, like, you know, not make it like you have to come sit at our table if you don't want to.
No, of course. Just in terms of him asking about him. So how's your friend from the post office?
Well, we spent, you know, he's doing good. He's just distance learning, you know how it is.
Of course.
Just wanted to do some, you know, renovations to the post office. So spent time working on that. Rizzy's making the LA Noir like character is clearly hiding something face. But how
Good looking fellow, isn't he?
Yeah.
You can come into room if you want.
Okay.
Well, I was told it's not becoming to gossip, so I won't speak further.
Well, yeah, I sorry, my brain is mush. But happy to talk about it later. By the way, do you have? I think Rizzy's going through, pulling out her reading glasses and double checking to make sure that we have our equipment lugged away and we have our sleeping caps and everything.
Well, again, I don't sleep, but
I'm gonna say that you can sleep if you choose to, you just don't have to.
Yeah, if you'd like to join us, they might have more things on sale at the shop near the junkyard.
that certainly sounds like fun.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Rizzy will. If you have a focus or something that you'd like to put in my bag here, I can give it back to you in the morning.
I'm trying to remember what I had his focus as.
I thought it was your cane sword thing.
I think it was too. Yeah.
We can get back to the room.
Yes, I'm hesitant to part with my cane.
Well, I mean, if you wouldn't mind, once we get back, once we're settling in, you'll believe me, you'll find it useful, in the other world, so to speak.
All right, I suppose once I've settled down and I'm not not using it for much, that's fine.
Okay. So you guys fall asleep with the sleep mask?
Yeah, I think Rizzy will probably getting Tashi back into the room probably help you snuggle up.
Rolled a 20, I'm fine.
Yeah, but we all roll ourselves up into our sardine cans.
Okay. But yeah, you're sober enough that it's fine. This is fine. Okay. And you feel yourself drifting off into this purplish, silvery space. Oh, gotta bigify Pistachio. And you find yourself floating. Pretty much no ground. Your hair's kind of doing its own thing. And you see that there are a bunch of twinkling lights that almost like blink in and out of existence in different colors. And then it hits you. The smell of garbage. Turn around and you see piles and piles and mountains of trash.
Oh. We're back.
Yep.
Did not miss this. Did not miss this.
And you find yourself in the Dream Mart, where a shifting silhouette of a man stands before you, almost like scribbled and glitching in and out of its form. Hello, welcome to Dream Mart. I am Dream Mart, the mart of your dreams.
Oh, Dream Mart. Well, this is somebody, an old friend, Pistachio, Dream Mart, the Dream Mart of your dreams.
Hello.
He puts out his hand for a handshake.
Sure.
Okay. You go in for a handshake, but your hand doesn't really grasp anything.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, I forgot that I do that.
No trouble.
Well,
I spent some time with the Fae. They're an odd bunch as well.
oh, okay. Interesting. I have my own Fae friend here, and he gestures over to a pile of socks next to him, and it immediately springs up, and you see a small gremlin-like figure, fuzzy face and cute big old ears, and the body is made out of socks, and she is wearing a large sock as a cap. Hi, I'm Lula. I'm a sock gremlin.
Hi.
Hi.
I love your style.
Thank you. I'm a sock gremlin.
Yes, I can see.
Yes. Yes, she's in charge of the currency exchange here. pretty much you can sell memories in exchange for socks, which are the everyday currency.
Sell them in terms of we no longer possess them?
Indeed.
Interesting.
We've already taken advantage of this, and there's hasn't been any ill effects that, well, I could remember. So
Yeah. Rizzy opens up her bag of holding and hands over your cane, by the way. Just didn't want you to forget this. And I count 7,815 socks between you and I, Ilandir.
that sounds right.
Got him pretty tightly packed in here.
Yeah.
It does make me wonder what I traded, but I can't.
You can't remember. You traded something.
Yeah. I figure if it was important, then I guess it's not so much anymore.
Interesting little thing here. I remember what Rizzy talked about it being, because I was present when Rizzy made their exchange.
Sure.
Okay. I think, because I remember the memory that Rizzy gave away, that it was a traumatic memory. So I don't think I'm actually going to act on it, but I was just curious if I knew. So I think Ilandir looks a little uncomfortable with that knowledge.
Yeah, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember what Rizzy heard Ilandir give away. I think Rizzy had one sad thing and one happy thing.
Yeah. I have it written down somewhere. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, it's the sad thing that I'm remembering. So
Yeah, Rizzy, I believe at the ceremony of her parents after they went into what they call angelhood, and also her right before she took her her test for ascension in the trust. The one time she and her sister had a nice night together, just as friends.
Where is it? Ah. I'm still getting used to OneNote, so it's like, where did I put the note? I'll find it. It's
I
in
use
here
it for work, so
yeah. But yeah, so do you bring up any of Rizzy's stolen memories?
Not right now. Rizzy seems to be in a good place without them, and both of them seem to be tied to upsetting or traumatic things. I think if it becomes a problem, I'll act on it, but not right now.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, yeah. Rizzy's also, not talked to Tashi about a whole lot of this either. So, well, what's on the market right now?
Well, haven't gotten any new deliveries. Waiting on a ship, but who knows when it'll get here. I have a dagger, I have the banana phone, I have a few spell scrolls, and the potion grab bag still is here.
Let me pull up the Dream Mart doc.
Yep.
Spell scroll grab bag. Do you have the spell scroll grab bag in dock? In stock?
Yes, I have just assorted spell scrolls. Some of them might be misspells. I can't really tell what they are. But, yeah, it is 5 spell scrolls.
Okay. Yeah. I'll put down 500 from my stock.
Okay. And he hands you a pretty large, almost like a burlap sack. And you open it up and you see that there are indeed a bunch of very worn looking scrolls in there. They smell kind of like trash, not very appetizing. But they are scrolls.
Well, I know just the person for these.
Oh boy. Hey honey, I got you a gift. It's garbage.
He's learning, you know? I mean, it can't hurt to have.
I just picture it like those cats that go hunting for their humans. Like, I got this for you. So proud.
I love that.
You've always wanted a dead bird, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed you're kind of bad at hunting, so I got this for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to leave for hours and hours and go to the grocery store anymore.
Yeah. Because I got you a mouse.
Yes. A mouse for this house.
Yep. I have been pinged.
Pinged.
Oh, it's just somebody saying that they like how I did my makeup. Okay.
It is very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I was inspired by a YouTuber, Emily Hanhan. She's amazing. And I was like, I'm gonna do something funky. So I did. And then I have to do a different look for tonight because I'm doing a virtual LARP.
Ooh.
So it'll be interesting. I don't know if that makes it a LARP anymore because it's not really live action. I don't know, but I'm excited.
You're reacting in real time, so I think it
Yeah.
counts.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited. So back to our, I guess, not live action roleplay.
No, we already established it counts.
Yeah. So yes, can I help you get anything? And he also gestures to the various non-magic items that he has, like plain weapons and armor, things like rope and different toolkits that have been cobbled together.
Oh.
I think Illandir is kind of going to glance over the toolkits for a moment.
Okay. You see, there's no weaver's tools. There are knitting needles, but you have knitting needles. There's thieves' tools, a very simple alchemy kit, an herbalism kit, forger's tools, gambling dice and cards, a tinkering / repair kit. And then there's like shoes and rope.
I think the herbalism kit catches their eye.
Okay, that would be only 40 sucks.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah, and that's
I think I have my own set aside over here, Rizzy, so I'm just gonna take it out of mine.
Oh, yeah, and I can keep track of, because I think that makes us 7,275 altogether.
I appreciate thorough bookkeeping.
Look, I'm playing the intelligence caster, so I have to keep track of our songs.
Yeah, don't count on Illandir to math. Like,
Yeah.
as much as she wants to run her own shop someday, she definitely needs somebody to handle the bookkeeping.
Yeah.
She's the
Hiring
artist.
someone for that. Yeah.
Mhm.
You do not have the brain cell for that.
The brain cell belongs to the Moon Maiden.
Yeah. Yep, that is the one brain cell you have.
Yes. I got pity, expertise, and religion because my intelligence is so bad.
Yeah. That's literally what happened.
Oh gosh. Tashi, do you want anything? What do you think of the leggings? I mean, I would be happy to.
Wait, did nobody buy the leggings yet?
Or wait, oh, I wasn't sure if there was
No,
another.
each item is one only, other than the mundane ones like armor and toolkits.
Hmm. Oh gosh. Let's see.
I'm all right, I think.
I mean, we've got
He's
this.
not huge on the idea of selling his memories for anything.
Yeah, that's fair. That is
I
fair.
think he finds that a little disquieting, but doesn't want to be impolite, so he's just not saying anything at all for the most part.
Well, I mean, I
To
would
be
be
fair,
happy.
Elindir held out at first too, and then the boots of walking turned out to be really useful for. So.
Maybe he'll be won over, but
1d6 days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Mhm.
yeah,
I
I
mean-
think part of it is like it's a weird idea, and then part of it is also like he did grow up a little rich boy, and I think part of it is like, well, other people they can't have my memories, you know, like
Yeah.
these are
Well, I mean, Rizzy would be happy to, spend some of her socks on something as a gift.
Is there a list somewhere? I didn't see.
Oh! Okay. Yeah, I forgot
Right.
to send that over.
I also shared it with you, Dee.
Okay. I'm copy pastaing it over to the in-game info.
Yeah.
My apologies.
I'm in so many discords, it's ridiculous. Should be in lore and info. Yep, it's in lore and info already. Dream
Okay.
art.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to highlight the stuff that's already been sold. Actually, I'm going to tint the background of those squares to be light purple.
Quite cool. And the psychic nose ring.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like the lighter purple. I'm gonna
Old
change to
person.
lighter purple. Yep.
That is one thing in 5th edition. There should be more rules for creating knockoff spells. Like,
Or making your own spell. Yeah, I feel like that really should be more of a thing.
yeah.
I will say that if you put in proper downtime to do that, I'll allow it as long as it's balanced and pre-approved and everything.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he needs any of this.
Okay, that is fair. And all the stuff does look not the greatest quality. It is scavenged trash. A lot of it is patched up or rusty or frayed at the seams.
He does thank Rizzy for the offer, though, of course.
Yeah. Okay. And Dreamart says, well, in that case, feel free to go back there and explore this realm. And he gestures to the large gates behind him that are made of like this rusted, corroded metal. They swing open, revealing in all of its true splendor the Trashlands. Spires upon spires of garbage pile up. You see all sorts of trash golems sorting trash and incinerating parts of it as various humanoids, the denizens of the Trashlands, sort through the trash, picking it and looking up to the sky for when the portals open up and running over to seek out whatever they drop off.
With Rizzy's permission, I would like to go through her bag and get my equipment because we discussed pre-putting my armor and my shield in there for the next time we came in.
Oh yeah,
Of
my
course.
king's in there. I need it.
I think Rizzy was handing those things out as soon as we got here.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Well, I'll take the time to get equipped.
Okay. And you see trash griffins flying above, combinations of seagulls and possums and raccoons and magpies, just like all the chaos creatures flying above, mashed up together, stealing various bits and bobs of garbage from the piles and putting them on the very top of a few selected peaks. As the
Those rat birds out of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
have not seen, but that sounds about right.
Okay.
I know,
You
I know, I need
It's
to
a
see it.
great
I know.
movie.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
No, I know. It's okay. It's like I have just such a big backlog of movies and shows. It's like, and so many that are half finished, and then video games, and I have to finish redoing my apartment. I still haven't finished removing that freaking wallpaper. Anyway.
Roberts to the Chatterplane if you want to see.
Okay, I am excited. I can't wait to see these rat birds.
Oh gosh. Speaking of movies, Dee and I just watched Everything Everywhere All at Once last night.
I heard that was really good.
Really
It-
good.
I need to see it.
And you know
wrecked-
what else is really good? Severance.
Yeah, the TV show.
Good.
That I've heard. Yeah, but yeah, that trash bird is kind of like what it is, the rat bird, but it's more like the back half of a raccoon, the wings of like a seagull, and the head of a possum.
Okay. Solid.
So it's like it is like a trash griffin, and there's a bunch of them, and they're circling about. And you see one of the spires in the middle of the Trashlands is taller than the rest. And it is heavily guarded by large, rusty automatons that seem to be, like I said, some of them are incinerating various pieces of garbage brought to them by smaller automatons, little trash spiders scurrying about. And you can see that this tower seems to have, like, the nicer garbage. It's shiny, and none of the denizens of the Trashlands, none of the smaller humanoids, are picking through this tower. They seem to know that it's off limits.
Interesting.
Now, about the shipment that's delayed, I think Rizzy's probably asking Mart, like, as a reminder, was there something that we could help with that? Like, expedite the shipment getting here?
Unfortunately, time in the astral plane is weird. Pretty much things get here when they get here. There's a before, a during, and an after, but actual wait times and stuff, it's all a bit wishy-washy here.
It's like traveling through the Feywild. Distances are wrong,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, the distances are more or less right, but the time it takes, it's really just a roll of the dice. And then there's all sorts of stuff that can slow them down further, you know, astral storms or attacks from raiders.
Yeah, I guess Rizzy's more looking for, like, the nearby bulletin board of things that might need assistance.
He says, well, I know that the Opossum King might have some things that you could help with around here. And asking around, some of the people in the Trashlands could probably use your help scavenging. And if you find anything good, feel free to bring it here, and I can give you some more socks for it.
So as far as places we should avoid, the boneyards, the sunken spires of Galdesh.
Yep.
The Theater of Dreams is a cool place, though, right?
Yes, you've been there already. You just don't know it.
Yeah. Tower of Shadows, Islands of Garrote, and Ilintir, you saw some other vendors nearby who might have wanted to chat, didn't you?
Mm, I may have, but out of character, I truly don't remember.
I don't know if they were vendors, but there were some Trashlandians scurrying about. And some of them
Yeah.
looked at you quizzically.
Some I have written down weird faceless Slenderman vendors question mark.
Oh, that's just Dream Art. That's just
Oh.
Dream Art. Yeah.
Okay.
I
It's
mean, to
cool.
be fair, I was running around in my nightgown that was just covered in embroideries, so looks started to be expected.
Yeah. Like, you see that these people are, very plainly dressed, mostly wearing kind of patchwork clothing, pieced together, embellished with little rusty baubles. They're trying their best. It seems to be a mix of dwarves who are, like, mining the garbage with makeshift pickaxes. You see some small childlike halflings scurrying in and kind of diving into the smaller areas that are harder to reach. There's goblins going about, mostly busy climbing to the tops and picking out all the shiny bits. It's a pretty bustling society here. What are all of your passive perceptions?
13.
Not very good. 11.
Oof.
Let's see. 12.
Okay.
Pistachio's all flash. There's nothing.
Actually, I'm gonna use my astral dice for this. Oof. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. You notice, there's like a lot of whirring going on and jingling and people speaking in all different languages. Do any of you speak Goblin?
No.
Okay. You hear people speaking. Well, I'm gonna say that Rizzy, with your intelligence, you recognize it as Goblin, but you do not speak it. And that seems to be almost like the secondary language here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I've got a couple languages, but that's not one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you see, kind of out of the corner of your eye, Illidir, a bright red head of hair. Like, we're talking Twizzler red, like red vines as curls kind of hair, like Raggedy Ann.
Oh
And
wow!
It is
yeah, snap to attention.
yeah, it is bright red. And you see a small halfling, looks to be a child, and she's kind of looking at you from behind some of the, looks like a broken down bookcase.
Mhm. I wave at first, and if it looks like this kid is getting intimidated because I'm fully armed at this point,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down on a knee and just shrink my silhouette a little bit to look more approachable.
Okay. She approaches you and she says, "Hi."
Hi.
And she's just like, kind of dumbfounded by these weird, shiny people. You're really shiny.
Well, thank you. I'm Ilindir. What's your name?
Oh, right. I'm Callie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Callie.
And she gives you her tiny little hand for a handshake, and you can see that it is covered in like bead bracelets, like that are tied together and everything. They jingle and clack as she shakes your hand. So, welcome to the Trashlands. It's great here.
Yeah, it's certainly unique.
Yeah, I work on getting all the best shinies, and I put them all in my room, and it's great. And I have a music shiny, and I have a like you could put other shinies in it, like a box, but it has doors, and it's so cool. And I got this really nice set of curtains that I use as a door, and everyone's super jealous of them.
Oh, nice. I'm just raptly listening to this little kid at this point, just fully engaged in this discussion.
Yeah. And she says, and if you want, you can help me find some shinies, and I don't know, I can trade with you and give you some of my shinies for any of your shinies.
Well, what kind of shinies would you be looking for?
I don't know. Anything.
Okay.
You'll know the
Tell
good
you what,
stuff.
if we find something, we'll come find you and see if we can make a trade.
Okay, I'm at the base of that spire there. And she points to one of the spires in particular.
Okay, Rizzy's got a map, right? That they've been working off of.
I think so.
You have a map of the astral plane, but you don't have a map of the Trashlands proper.
Yeah.
And this small child, like mid-conversation, seems to be absolutely distracted by a ping of light at one of the nearby towers, and she starts going over to run over, and she sees that some people who were closer already claimed that portal, and she just kind of sighs. And then it poofs out of existence.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna lean over to Rizzy because I've seen this child now and be like, so do people live here full time in the sleeping world?
I mean, yeah, it's the Trashlands. I mean, it's a living, you know. I believe that's what they say here. We're just visiting, you know, but I don't.
Yeah.
That might not be the case for everyone.
Is it like another? So it's another plane of sorts then, also?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And Callie's...
I think with Callie's reaction, I'm gonna ask if she knows about any permanent, because the ones that we've seen before haven't blinked out of existence yet.
That would be super cool, but I haven't found any. There's always rumors about them, but it always just ends up being a trap for people to steal your stuff.
Ooh, okay.
But
It's good to
the
know.
Possum King might have a list of all the portals that have been around for a bit longer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could.
Okay.
Yeah, the Possum
Well,
King, he's great.
We were told to go talk to him, see if he had some around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he always can use a bit of help, fixing the machines and stuff like that, finding stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly just maintenance around here.
Yeah, I think maybe
I
it's.
kind of just glance over to Rizzy because fixing things is kind of her forte.
Yeah.
Also, breaking things is also her forte. She's multi-talented.
Yes, she
Look,
is.
sometimes you have to break things to figure out how to fix them.
Do you say that in character?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is
know,
so
it was just a
true.
Look.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But that is so true. Although, I usually just break things. But, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I started with breaking things and then trying to fix them frantically became. That's how I developed those skills.
Huh.
But it might be different for other people.
Maybe I could try to fix things. Well, I fixed these bracelets, and you can see they're just kind of tied together in a mess of knots. It looks like a bundle of spaghetti on this kid's wrist.
Good job. Who knows what else you'll fix?
Yeah. And you can tell that, this has never dawned on her before. And she's like, I can fix some of my shinies.
I think Rizzy is going to maybe drop by the Dream Mart and double check. Maybe put down a cool 20 for some Tinker tools for our new friend here.
Oh, that's sweet. Callie will remember this. You give her the set of tools, and she's like, ooh, they're shiny. I don't know what to do with them, but I'm gonna try to fix stuff.
Oh, well, I'm happy to show you how I use those tools. If you ever,
Yeah, I can show you where my tower is, and you can stop by there and maybe show me how to fix stuff.
Sure. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, she grabs your wrist and starts running with her tiny hand.
Yeah, Rizzy looks back at everybody. He's like, come on, everybody. I guess it's...
Yeah, she is dragging you over to one of the trash heaps. And
I think Pistachio's picking his way very carefully and trying to find the least trashy places to step.
Trying to avoid...
I mean, you can kind of float a little bit, because gravity is weird here.
Okay, then yes. We would prefer not to touch the trash, if at all possible.
Yeah. Though, it is very trashy.
Yeah, trying to avoid becoming Pistachio. I'm sorry. I'll hang up now. Bye, everyone.
Take an inspiration for that. That was terrible.
It's just a little bit of a snoot.
I'm sorry. I missed it.
Oh, Pistachio.
Can I give my inspiration? Because I already have one. Can I just give one to...
Oh, you can hoard them. You can hoard them and carry them over for future sessions. And at key points in the game... Oh. No, Eliza. Oh, no.
Hello?
Are you good?
So like I said, my connection was throwing fits.
Ah. It happens. Mercury is in retrograde. And one hell of a retrograde it is.
Yep.
But yeah, speaking of inspiration, I've banked 3 so far. Feeling good.
Okay. And remember, you can hoard them, and at key points in the game, if you don't spend them for advantage, you can spend them for, like, special magic items. But only at special points in the game.
When we have
Rizzy's over here just banking them every episode. Just
yeah. It's like I'm playing through an early Resident Evil game and I'm just not using any of the ink ribbons to save my game until the very end.
Oh god, I feel personally attacked by that.
Oh gosh. Yes. That I remember doing that.
Just a heads up, I'm totally a hoarder gamer. Give me health items, and I'm just putting them in my bag. It's like I could be using them. No, because I'm gonna need them for that final boss fight.
You did give one of the med kits to Killian, so.
Well, to be fair, I have a lot of med kits.
True.
That's where my money went in character creation.
So, yeah, Callie is dragging you to her trash heap. Pistachio is cautiously floating behind you guys. And you see, at the base of one of the towers, as she finishes dragging you by your wrist, it is indeed a nice set of brocade curtains that she pulls back. And it reveals a cute little pad. It has a little sofa with one solid cushion. The rest are kind of springy. All sorts of armoires. There's a mannequin that has a bunch of fancy hats piled on top of it. Just all sorts of knickknacks, broken dolls and teddy bears, jewelry scattered everywhere, but like not good jewelry. Like this is like shitty Claire's jewelry. And you see,
you just attacked 90% of my jewelry collection right now.
So. Oh god, same. I love my cheap plastic jewelry. Like, yeah, I have so much. Yeah. But I love it.
It's the only place where they label their jewelry so I can avoid my allergy, man.
Oh,
like,
nickel allergy?
Nickel allergy.
I have an aunt who found out that she has a nickel allergy after getting a hip implant. And she was allergic to her hip. Yeah. And then they had to get her another hip. Made of, like, some fancy metal. I don't know. But, yeah, it's like... It is a very... It's literally what you would expect if you let a 7-year-old go to, like, a thrift shop. And everything was broken. And you see that there's, like, a little music box... And it has, like, a little... Almost like a dancer in it, but it's not moving in any way.
Oh, um, would would you like to take a look at that music box, Callie?
Okay.
Sure. Rizzy's happy to take out her tools and give
Okay.
it the old college try.
If we're doing a fix-it montage, I think I'm gonna focus on the couch with my weaver's tools and see if I
You
can
certainly
get stuffing
can.
back in.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna need tool checks from the two of you.
Okay.
Just the two of us. 17.
How does one do a tool check?
I would say for you would probably be dexterity plus your proficiency.
Okay, cool. Cool. 15 on the die, up to 17 with proficiency, 19 with the dex.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, you're able to stitch it up, and you can tell, like, Callie's eyes are wide, and she's like, I never thought that I could do something like that.
Mhm.
Wow. And yeah, the music box starts to ping a little bit, and the dancer starts to spin as you wind it up, and she is absolutely transfixed. Callie will remember this. And she's like, you can tell that she knows how to, like, do very basic stitches, because her clothes are all patched together, but she never thought to fix, like, a couch. And she's like, wow. And then she immediately goes over and starts jumping on it.
As a 7-year-old would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just pulling up the tools here. With, I think Rizzy's probably getting a little, maybe a little burlap bag that she has or something, like as a coin purse, and she's putting all of the tinker's tools in here and is pointing.
Did you have any coinage in the coin purse?
Probably like a couple silver. Like
you don't have it anymore.
Yeah, this is all,
Yeah, that silver. It's you reach for the coin purse and it is very light. But
Yeah.
you can fit your tools in there.
Yeah, and yeah, just you'll want to keep the thread and the needles and the whetstone. The glue, you'll want to make sure the lid on the glue is tightened.
Okay, and you can see that she already has the hammer, and she's starting to tap on stuff like.
Yeah, you'll want to make sure not to hit that against other pieces of metal as much as possible. Be very careful about that. Depending on the alloy, you could throw things out of whack. But,
she just continues hammering at a bookcase, and it's kind of helping put one of the knobs back in the right placement, because it was kind of crooked, and she's kind of tapping it up a little bit. She's surprisingly adept at this.
Callie, do you have does anybody else do you live with anybody here, or
No, this is my place.
just your place?
Yeah.
That's it's a nice
I'm
place.
very concerned. I'm very concerned.
Yeah, Joe's not thrilled by this either.
Yeah, I find the shinies, I bring them here, and once they're in here, no one can take them. I mean, they can, they just don't.
Do you
Once it's
have any-
once you have something in your place, no one's supposed to steal your stuff. The big tower in the middle, that's the Opossum King's place, so nobody can take any of that.
I'm a hair's breadth from adopting this kid, guys. You're probably gonna have to stop me. I'm
No,
very
I think
concerned
Session's
about
on board for
this
that.
situation.
He's not pleased by this situation at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He thinks this place is gross, but yeah, a kid should not.
Yeah.
If he can save this kid from it being gross, then that's good.
but she seems pretty content with what she has for now.
Yeah,
As
Rizzy
she-
is very.
Is she like in good health? Like,
She seems pretty healthy. I mean, she's missing a tooth, but otherwise, seems fine.
Yeah, Rizzy is obviously reticent to bring up, like, do you have any family or anything like that?
Yeah.
Just,
I think her not living with anyone else is reason enough to presume, at least not a family worth having around.
Yeah.
right. Or the circumstances of how she got here, I guess, might be not the most comfortable subject to get into.
You see that she breaks out a doll and like a head of a completely different doll, and you see her try to hammer the doll's head onto the doll, and it is not going on, but she is trying her darndest to fix this doll. It's a little wooden doll.
I can't adopt a character every session. I can't do it. I
mean, what would the Moon Maiden do?
Oh, sorry, Stevie, what were you saying?
Oh, what would the Moon Maiden do?
Oh. I was gonna lean over to Dylan Deere and be like, so how can people from this plane get off of this plane? Can we help them get off of this plane? I don't
know. I don't have an answer for that. But I'm very motivated to find out right now.
Perhaps the dream fellow at the shop would know.
Yeah. We could start there.
I can go ask.
Callie is still stubbornly hammering at this doll's head, and you can see that the doll now has a big old dent in her head. So you're gonna go back to Dream Mart?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ask. They can stay here. That's.
Okay. So let's cut to
I
Pistachio.
figured I would ask if. Also,
You
could I? I'm trying to figure out if a might be too big. But like a piton or something to help the doll parts stick together.
I will say, Rizzy, you have nails and stuff like that. Like, you can do that. Or glue. But it seems like Callie is transfixed on the hammer. She thinks it's fun.
Okay.
Well, I mean, my weapon of choice is a warhammer. I understand.
Fair. She sees your big hammer. She's like, big hammer, shiny.
Big iron.
Okay, so Pistachio, you go back to Dream Mart, and the shadowy figure of Dream Mart materializes in front of the gate. Hello again. Can I help you? Decide to come back and pick up some stuff?
Perhaps I had a question about this plane. This is my first. Is it a plane? I'm sorry, I've never visited before.
This is part of the astral plane.
Part of the astral plane. Interesting. And so, is this one of the planes that has connections with other planes, or do you need sort of magic to
I
do that
mean,
stuff?
there are portals, but the portals here are one way and very short-lived in this part of the astral. But there are some larger permanent ones out there, and he gestures to the sky. Each one of those colorful dots is a portal, and you can see there are some star-like things that twinkle and are definitely not the silvery white that the others are.
How interesting. Thank you. I apologize. I'm fairly new to travel and magic and all of that, so I'm.
Sure, we get plenty of people like you here.
Yes, my friend brought me.
Well, I appreciate your patronage.
Of course, and I apologize for my reticence to make an exchange with you at this point. I'm still
It's a lot to take in.
considering my options.
I understand.
Thank you for the information.
Of course.
Have a wonderful time, day, night.
Time, yes. let's go with that.
Duration of time. All right.
Yes. Same to
Adieu.
you.
And he'll float away again.
Okay. Okay, so the other two of you who are helping Callie fix the doll, I'll say you managed to fix it, and she tries to help by continuing to hammer the doll after you've like glued it together and put a nail in and everything. But she's absolutely convinced that she helped.
I think Rizzy might bring it up. So, how? This is a nice home you have. Like, how did you end up here?
Well, I started burrowing and digging for some shinies, and then my burrow got deeper, and I cleared out a space. And then I started to just put all my stuff here, and now I have a pretty good place. It's gotten really big. It's a pretty sizable room.
Were you digging and burrowing for shinies with, and do you have like any like companions, parents, people? Were you with anybody before?
I mean, sometimes my friends and we work together to get the bigger stuff, but then it becomes a whole issue of who gets to keep it. Sometimes we just break it up in pieces and everyone takes a piece of the shiny home.
Well, that seems equitable. Glad there are folks who watch out for each other over here.
But when you say parents, she doesn't respond at all. Not positively or negatively.
Yeah. Rizzy is immediately like, I wouldn't have either, to be frank. But
I think Elindir, especially missing that core memory that she traded, is more determined to adopt this kid now. Just strong family ties are really important because in her mind she doesn't really have them. That was the reconciliation moment. And yeah. I think we've just stumbled across a long-term goal here.
Adopt a child. Adopt a child.
You already adopted a bear?
Family.
Oh, speaking of which,
I
what
did.
did you do with the bear when you fell asleep?
When we spoke, Rizzy said because there was less furniture in their room that we were gonna set up Otto in there.
Right,
so there's less
Okay.
chance of him destroying things.
Yeah,
Right,
the only fabric that's in there is on Rizzy.
and Rizzy's on
And Rizzy hangs from the ceiling, so
Yeah, and the bear is small. It can jump, but not very well, because it's tiny and cute.
Sometimes a family can be 3 adventurers, a child from the astral plane, and a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Weird family. I'm here for it. So, what'd you do? Pistachio floats back in.
We're on the astral plane, apparently. Some obscure corner of it.
Did you find anything out about getting back?
Only one-way portals in this area, as far as Mr. Dreammart was, or Mixed Dreammart, is concerned.
I would just call him Mart.
Okay. As far as Mart understands it, not a lot of 2-way portals in this area, but perhaps somewhere else nearby. I'm not, if it's an island or something, we may have to do a little more looking around.
It seems like the Opossum King might be a starting point just to get an idea of the portals around here.
Certainly, a king would have some semblance of the lay of the land, one imagines.
Yeah, we also know about Ulthar, the city of cats. But might have to be on our toes before we head over there.
I'm not certain that the cats are going to be particularly helpful going off of their normal disposition and the classic phrase "cats got your tongue." Um,
Oh, I would hate for that to happen to me.
Callie is inspecting the craftsmanship of the repaired sofa.
very proud.
So, what do you do?
Do we want to bid our goodbyes for now to Callie and head over to the Opossum King? I mean, we could ask Callie if she wants to visit the tower, but I don't. She seems like she might be busy. I don't know.
I'm open to either.
Callie, have you been to the Possum King's tower before?
Yeah, it has a lot of big shinies, but I can't take the shinies, so it's a little... I don't know. I can stay here and fix stuff, because I know how to fix things.
And, I mean, Ilandir and I would be happy to help you do more fix-em-ups sometime, too.
Okay? Yeah, that'd be cool. I'll be here. Fixing stuff. And you can see that she's already kind of grinning as she looks around for stuff that she could just whack with a hammer and stick glue on.
That's how we all start. Just...
Yup. So you exit Callie's room?
Yeah,
And you start-
reticently just...
And you start making your way over to the main trash tower. And I think that this is a good place for us to take a short rest. And we'll come back with the Possum King.
Sounds good.
Okay, so does 4:15, 4:20-ish work? Like a 15-20 minute break?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. I will see you soon. Okay, let me shift to the short rest screen.
Fantastic.
Cool. Okay, it's time for just a quick dice of the day. Since we're in the astral plane, I'm going with these. They're more purple in person, and they're absurdly sparkly. And they have little swirlies, but you can't really see the sparkle on camera. But they're really pretty. Unfortunately, I don't remember where I got them, though. I feel like they were from some Kickstarter.
Shout out to some Kickstarter out there.
To some Kickstarter.
Yeah.
But they are very nice dice. Okay. So, you were making your way over to the Possum King's tower.
Mm-hmm.
And you see like I said, a mass of sparkling garbage, essentially, or gilded trash, piled high with all sorts of large trash golems guarding the tower and taking turns incinerating the trash in their sternums in these like little, almost like mini furnaces. And you can see that two of them stand sentry next to what seems to be a large pipe that enters into the tower. You go in and you see that it is lit with bioluminescent mushrooms. And you find yourselves standing in a lobby, holding a desk and some mismatched chairs. And there's a dwarven lady there who's kind of cleaning her nails with some sort of broken hair comb. And she has her feet up on the desk, and she pays you absolutely no mind as you come in.
Is she chewing gum while she does this?
Oh, absolutely. What do you do?
Nice place you got here.
Yeah, sure. What do you want?
I glance over to the rest of the party. Do we want to speak to the Opossum King.
It is why we came. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we would like an audience with the Opossum King.
Okay, hold on a second. She pulls out a soup can that's attached to a string. And she speaks into it. Hey, you got some visitors. Put some pants on. And then she hangs up the can on a little hook.
That's the king's prerogative, I suppose, one way or another.
Yeah. And she says, yeah, you can head right up, take the left pipe, and then go all the way up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever. And you follow more bioluminescent mushrooms before you are face to face with a very stained velvet curtain with what seems to be a painting of a possum wearing a fur stole and a crown of essentially birch-chopped cutlery. And you hear some bickering. No, you really gotta put some pants on. But pants are stupid. Not the king. But my king, it's best to take guess when you're wearing proper trousers. Ah, fine. But the minute that they leave, they're coming off.
Elindir is beet red to the tips of her ears.
Oh gosh.
And then you see, coming from the side of the velvet curtain, a bright green goblin with slightly torn up ears pokes his head out. He says, "It'll be just a minute."
Okay, no rush.
Take your time. Take your time.
Is there anything that you want to discuss before you go in to see the Possum King?
Oh.
I'm debating if I can trade this memory away already.
First impressions.
Yeah.
I was like the Possum King. I was assuming it was gonna be like a kind of a Jersey mafia thing going on here, and Possum King already seems like Uncle Junior from The Sopranos. Certainly.
Yeah.
Guessing the goblin is Bobby Bacala in this scenario.
Not overly fond of this place in general, I think.
No, well, I've been to worse places.
The goblin scurries back over, and you hear him say, "Presenting His Majesty, the Possum King," and he pulls back the curtain, and you can see sitting on a throne of trash, very fine trash, a giant human-sized possum, and he is wearing basic trousers and a stained, kind of patchy fur stole and cape made out of curtains. Hey, I'm the Possum King. What do you want?
I think Rizzy does her best curtsy, just because this seems like a thing that she should be doing.
You can see that next to him is a platter of what looks like semi-rotted fruit and cheese, and he's eating it with his mouth open, like. Hey, I guess I should be polite. Want some foods?
Oh, I'm fine. I already ate. I don't. How about you, Elindir? Tashi?
Fine. Thank you.
I apologize. My name is Rizzy Nafilla de Mercy. It's a pleasure to meet you, Possum King.
Yeah, good to meet you. Who are you two?
My name is Pistachio. It's a pleasure.
Elindir Tor, Your Highness.
Okay, so, what brings you here?
Oh well, we're kind of new to the area, and we were glancing over to Elindir. We were looking for ways to maybe help out if we could, just make a good first impression in your realm.
Okay, well, Jesk over here said that he's having some issues with some of the automatons, so maybe you can help him out or something.
Sure.
And then anything you scavenge, I'll pay you double what Dreamart would pay. if it's good quality stuff.
We'll keep that in mind. Let's see.
We were most interested, Your Highness, if you had any knowledge of permanent portals in your realm.
Well, there is one that pinged up I don't know, a little while ago. It's deep inside one of the tunnels, but you'd have to probably excavate your way in there. But it showed up on the map, and you can see that he has like a scroll next to him, and it has little pings of colorful light that represent the portals that are like blipping in and out of existence. And you see one dot that's kind of like a indigo purple in the far corner, and that one is not moving.
Okay.
And then we have a bit of a pest problem. I mean, we've always had issues with slimes and oozes here. It's like, they made a home here. But the tree ants, they're just obnoxious. They just get in the way and they attack people sometimes if you get too close.
Alindir takes note that we might have an additional market for our specialty brooms from Al.
Yeah. Oh, certainly. Yeah, we could. We could bring some over.
Mm-hmm.
We could probably make a tidy profit were we to just be taking, rare items from one place and selling them in the other.
You guys are gonna break my economy.
Yeah.
You built it this way.
I
Okay,
did.
We're just
I did.
exploiting it.
Hey,
It's
you
called
could have sold.
capitalism.
You could have sold all your memories like one of my players did.
No thoughts, head empty.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, not all the memories, but far too many. It was having adverse effects.
Yeah.
Hey, I haven't followed through on my plan to just make socks. Okay.
True. Wait, I thought that you had the self-knitting needles always going in the background.
I think I did, but I wasn't sure if I actually called that they had started yet. So
Oh,
we
I had
hadn't
assumed that
actually
they
worked
had,
through
but
it.
yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, we could have that set up as kind of like a way to keep auto-fed as well.
Yeah, that
Oh.
too.
Yeah. Just sort
I
of
was
like
more concerned keeping myself in yarn to turn into things to feed Otto.
yeah.
So I was still working out that part of my supply chain.
Okay. So, you lot must be some dreamwalkers. You're not from around here, I could tell. No silver cords on yous.
Silver quartz?
Yeah, people who come here through real astral projection, they have these like silver things sticking out of their necks that tether them to their bodies, but I can see you're not really all here. It's just your minds.
You're not wrong.
I know.
Can Rizzy roll something like Arcana check on that kind of thing?
Certainly. Okay. Yeah. You know that astral projection is a pretty advanced spell, and it lets your body essentially be in one place while your soul is in another, and you can travel to other planes of existence. Meanwhile, this lucid dreaming seems to only transport your mind and can't leave the astral plane, so you probably wouldn't be able to go through any of those permanent portals in the astral plane through this form.
Yeah. Well, and Rizzy's kind of wondering, do you think based on that role she would have known anybody like back in Bahrain, like or like any like major like mages colleges in the region where there would be archmages with that level of skill?
I'll say that you know of some. You haven't experienced it personally, but you know that it definitely exists. And you know one person who's rumored to have done it.
So that might be. I guess we'll keep an eye out for any of those folks.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
for
Uh,
good
uh,
or
uh,
ill.
Curiosity, can the silver cord be severed?
Well, yes, but it's very difficult. There's very few things that can sever the cord. And that would pretty much cut your soul off from your body and leave your soul trapped in the astral plane, wandering.
It's severance. Oh no. You can never leave work.
Never.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, like, there's not a lot of things that can cut it. Githyanki's silver sword sometimes can. And if you get trapped in the middle of an astral storm, it might. And, well, if you beat an astral dreadnought, you're already fucked to begin with, so.
We'll keep that in mind.
But just a regular sword or whatever, can't cut it.
The automaton problems. Who did we need to seek
Oh,
out?
my assistant Jesk over there, and he points to the goblin, who's wearing almost like an approximation of Jester's apparel, like with like poofy pantaloons. Yeah, some of them have been malfunctioning a bit. Some of them haven't been sorting properly. Some of them kind of explode a little, which isn't good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think can't speak for the whole group, but I would be happy to take a look. What say you two?
There's not much I can do to help on something like that.
Well, I mean, there might be need for your weaver's tools. It might help add that extra spark for you to be there. Tashi. Or I can just take a look at it myself. If
I'll pay you 300 socks if you help out.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Sounds good. Okay, let me make sure I have everything down. We'll pay double for anything that we would normally sell at Dreamart. Tree ant problems. We need to deal with.
Yeah,
tree
they have a nest somewhere in one of the piles, and ugh. Like I said, they've gotten aggressive and had started to attack people, and just a pain.
Sure. Do we want to try to help clear that out? No?
Yeah, we can offer a hand.
Is there any reward for helping curb that tree ant?
If you can kill a bunch of them, I'll give you 100 socks. But if you can find their nest, I'll give you 300 each.
Depending on where that nest is located, it might help us out with that cave portal we're having problems with.
Yeah. Well, if y'all don't mind, I could check out the automatons if there's anything else that we want to ask about. I think Rizzy's probably working off a buzz a little bit, so she's happy to try to clear her foggy brain, taking a look at the automatons.
Your Majesty, do you have a location in your realm that has gazers predominantly?
No, not here. That's
Okay.
that's some weird shit. We don't luckily deal with any of that here.
Interesting. Okay.
I know that there are some islands that were taken over by mind flayers and stuff, but That's way far from here.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, no, here it's mostly just those damn tree ants and a few slimes. And my automatons, but they're great. Usually.
Would Rizzy need to roll anything about sort of people keep on bringing up the Githyanki and now they're mentioning mind flayers, like any sort of relationship in terms of
You can make a history check.
Okay. Let's see here.
Okay.
22.
You remember reading a book once that talked about how the Githyanki were originally elves that were experimented on by mind flayers. And they were able to successfully rebel. But now they are assholes in their own right.
Would I know?
And they have psionic powers.
Yeah, I guess. Would I know if there are other similar humanoids who would have a Gith prefix in their name?
You know that there is another type of Gith, but they are not native to the astral plane.
They might live in some place called Chicken Limbo or something.
Yeah, maybe. But you know that the Githyanki are the ones that live in the astral for the majority of their lives.
Yeah, Himbo. That's the name of their.
Chicken himbo.
Yes. And they probably don't get along. I'm guessing nowadays.
Yeah, no, you know that they have a pretty rough history, the two factions.
I guess if we have trouble with one, we can always try to make a deal with the other. I guess there's no way that could go wrong. There's no way we could get in a Yojimbo kind of scenario where.
I mean, the Giths Sarai, from what you've read, tend to be more peaceful and amenable to making deals.
Yeah.
The Githyanki, they're pretty much just straight up pirate bastards. So
We'll want to avoid encountering any of their creeks, I believe they're called.
yeah, not a pleasant group to run into. Do you have any more questions or comments for the Possum King?
I mean, I think that about covers it for Rizzy, but if there's anything, we should probably bring up. Oh, should we ask about the City of Cats? Is it a wild one?
Do you ask about it?
I probably run that by the party. Should we ask about some of the other settlements around here, like the City of Cats, like if the Possum King's seal of approval is on that cat town?
I imagine there's going to be time later to ask about those things. We've kind of got our plan of action right now.
Sure, yeah. Sounds good to me. Yeah. Do we want to knock out the tree ant troubles first? Or I can take a look at them. I don't know how long it'll take to fix the automatons, but I can give a first glance if that sounds good to you.
Well, maybe we should take a look at the automatons first, because if there's parts you need, we can look for them on the way to deal with the other problem.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, we can take a look, and also maybe grill the assistant for information about the tree ant problem. Does that sound good, Tachi?
Sounds like a plan.
I thought you hated plans.
Well, they're not my favorites, but sometimes they can be useful.
I think Rizzy probably reaches out for Pistachio's hand and says, like, sort of leans in. How are you feeling, by the way?
I find this place strange. It's been a long time since I've been asleep. And certainly when I was not sleeping, it was not like this. Or when I was sleeping, rather.
Yeah, it's a little different here. It's
a little dirty.
I like to think that it is lived in.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps, but I still don't want it on my shoes.
Eliza, come back. We need you. Oh, by the way, this whole time the Possum King's been chewing on half-rotten food with his mouth open.
Oh. Can you hear us okay, Eliza?
Yeah, I had to drop and reconnect, but I'm good now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, my Wi-Fi's been acting up a bit too lately. It's been really hit or miss. Today seems to be a hit. Knock on fake wood. Is that fake wood? I think that's fake wood.
I got wood. I've got you.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Borat
yeah.
voice my Wi-Fi. Sorry.
Yeah. So, Possum King looks at you all and he says, "You done? You good?"
Sure. Yeah, we can take a look at those automatons and then maybe try to take a crack at these tree ant troubles.
Awesome. Yeah, if you have any successes, you could speak to Pam downstairs or Jesk rather. Jesk, he could show you to the automatons that need fixing.
Sure. Yeah, let's head over to Jess.
Jesk is standing by the curtain, waiting for you. And he leads you down a spiral tube, again lit by these glowy mushrooms. They're kind of like an aqua color. It's kind of pretty. Smells terrible. Very pretty though. And you come out of a door window thing in the middle of the large trash heap. And you see a powered down trash golem. It stands about probably 12 feet tall or so. And it is completely powered down. Yeah, this one's just straight up broken.
Well, would you mind if I took a look at it just to...
That's what we're paying you for.
Yeah.
And he steps aside and gestures for you to go ahead. You can make an investigation check. And you have time to guidance yourself before all this stuff, so.
Okay.
Okay.
24.
Yeah, you can tell that it seems that some of the wiring inside of its chassis got corroded and rusted over. All the wiring in this thing will need to be redone. It looks like maybe it ate a slime.
Oh.
Or some sort of, like, acid type of thing. And got a little indigestion.
Do you have trouble with oozes and slimes around here?
Not really trouble. They're usually just here. But I guess that one of them got into this machine or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I could take a crack at maybe figuring out ways to future-proof against slime damage, but yeah, let me see. Do you know, is there like a control, like, is there a controller or anything for these automatons, or do they just are they already just
I mean, they have like a panel on the back. If you want, I could show you.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And he hops up on this thing's leg and climbs it up and, like, takes down this big old rusty panel. And you can see all sorts of wires and buttons and switches and levers. It is probably the messiest soldering job you've ever seen. But you can see how it works with your passive Artificer's Tools ability.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I can get to work on this. How long do I think that it'll probably take to get this up and running?
It'll take a little bit of time. You'll also need to find some parts. Make one more Artificer's Tools check. Ugh, that's weirdly hard to say.
With like intelligence?
Yeah, intelligence and obviously your proficiency. And guidance. Okay.
21.
Yeah. You know that anything made of wax should be able to acid-proof the metal.
Okay.
So if you could find some old candles or something, that would probably help.
Add buffing maintenance to the automatons on a bi-weekly schedule.
Yes. Wax to protect against slime corrosion. I think probably trying to get an idea as to what the Opossum King uses all the automatons for.
You know, we could pitch this back on the mortal plane as well, because we're having corrosive issues in the underground farms on their equipment for the same reason.
So, okay, so we're thinking of just at some point in this campaign, just like a public domain version of Sisters of Mercy's This Corrosion just playing in the background.
Yes. I need to find some sort of public domain ripoff of it. Absolutely.
It's also 11 minutes long, like the album version.
Oh, obviously. And it's also just a petty spite song.
yes, because he's mad at it. Well, I mean, they basically tried to copyright the band name. Was it from Warner to MCA Records or vice versa?
Something like that.
Yeah. The Sisterhood is what they wanted to call themselves, and so
Yeah.
he quickly put out a single first, but he couldn't sing on it because he was still under contract with a different label. God, that was something.
Drama. To like the one person out there who's watching who gets the reference, you get inspiration.
Yeah, not if you're out there watching. Then I know you know what we're talking about. But yeah,
I don't know what inspiration will do out of game, but you got it.
well,
Whatever that thing is that needs doing, you can do it.
Yeah.
I'll give them inspiration in another game I'm running.
Awesome.
So, yeah. Oh, gosh.
But yeah, you feel like if you could find some sort of candle maker or something, you could possibly turn this into some sort of industry of acid proofing things.
Yeah, because there's a need on both planes that we're seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, besides the fact that we're planning on creating a union.
True.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You have unlocked that side quest.
Yeah. We have successfully salted the mines for sure.
Yes. So yeah, this one robot, you're gonna need to find some sort of wires of some sort.
Okay. Find wires, find wax.
And then he brings you to another, and instead of sorting through the trash like the others are, or picking up trash that the smaller bots give it, it's just kind of going through like these repetitive motions and glitching over and over again.
What, if I may ask, what all do these automatons used for? Just
Well, they some of the garbage here is beyond saving, and they incinerate that, and then they take the good stuff and they put it here and they guard the tower.
do any of the automatons, are they involved at all in dealing with quelling the treant menace, or?
Some of the smaller ones do, and the larger ones, if the treants get near this tower, they step on them. But the treants are small and can get into the little cracks, so.
Okay, just wanted to keep an eye out in case we might encounter any automaton patrols or anything out there. So this one, do I need to roll anything to try to help him stop? Or get
I
back
will
on
say that this one you can tell it's a pretty simple problem of some of the gears being jammed. So you're going to need some sort of oil, and you're going to need, if you can, find some sort of replacement gears. If not, you'll have to find a way to polish these gears.
Find oil and replacement gears. I'm guessing more oil than like I would have on hand, like probably.
Yeah, you have enough for like small projects, but this is a big robot torso that needs oiling up.
Yes, a large robot son, large
Yes.
adult son, robot torso. Yeah.
And then there's a third, and you can see that it's functioning fine, except for the fact that as it tries to put various things into the incinerator, it kind of the fire fizzles out a little bit.
Is there anything wrong with the internal combustion mechanism?
This one, it seems as though some of the fuel valves are not working right. So you're going to need to do some sort of tinkering with that, but you could probably fix it without any external supplies. But it looks like it'll be a harder thing to fix because pretty much there's a fire enchantment in there that needs to be re-enchanted, so it might take a little bit more time.
Okay.
But it doesn't need any supplies.
I know somebody who might also be able to help with figuring out enchantments.
Well, given enough time, I can do detect magic on it as a ritual. By casting it as a ritual, it wouldn't spend a spell slot.
Okay. Yeah, you could certainly do that if you want.
Yeah, so let me get up the wording on that real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I can post that here too.
You can certainly do that. Oh, thank you. That is very handy. Yeah, I will say that, yeah, you do that. You'd spend some downtime poking at this thing. Pistachio, is there anything that you're doing while the nerds are doing the magic-y shit and fixing robots?
What? I don't know. I don't know that I can help with the robot much. Not really my specialty.
I just got lucky with the spell, so that's...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they need me to hold anything or anything, I could certainly. But otherwise, I guess I'll just look around and see if there's anything. Not like grabbing people's like items or anything, but just kind of like examining the area.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay. Nope.
You see a lot of garbage. You're kind of overwhelmed by how trashy this place is.
Indeed. Anyone look interesting to talk to or anything?
Actually, you go down the spire and you see a goblin, and he's covered in tacky glass jewelry, like nose piercing, lip piercing, eyebrow piercings, tons of dangly earrings. And he says, "Hey, you want to buy some wares?"
Oh, perhaps. I will certainly give them a look.
Okay, well, they call me Sparkle Face, and I got these math rocks here, and he pulls out a chest that makes a click-clack sound, and he opens it up, and you see it is filled with assorted dice. And he says, "I sell them, and I'm looking to complete some sets, and if you can finish completing some sets for me, I'll give you some special math rocks."
Do you need me to like look around the various collections of items in this area for the additional?
I mean, they could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be here in the Trashlands. I mean, I can tell that you're not from around here or anything, so if you
No,
find
yeah.
anything that would complete these sets, and he holds one up, and it's like almost kind of opalescent, and you can see that it's a set of 3, and he's missing another 3. We're not doing the double D10s, because that's kind of dumb.
I'm gonna make a note for myself for the dice I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it so they just have like a big D100?
Yeah. Or they just rolled the D10 twice. And then there's this one here that I'm looking for just 2 pieces of them. And he holds them up, and they seem to have almost like a glittery purple liquid inside of them that flutters like a snow globe. It's very hypnotic.
Okay.
I know I'm not there, but I want a set of these for my augury spell so bad.
And he says, and if you find any other math rocks in your travels, I'll buy them off you for a good price. Better than what other people would give you, because I'm a specialty collector.
How wonderful. I would be happy to do business with you should I encounter these.
Excellent, excellent. Now, if you want, I could sell you some of my current sets of math rocks, because I have some duplicate sets. And he clatters around in the chest, and he plucks out some. He finds some that are kind of, they seem to be made of sparkling cobalt glass, slightly chipped. And then he finds another set that seems to be made of jade. And he says, these would match your get-up pretty well.
Oh, indeed. I'm quite taken with green.
I see.
Do you do other games as well, or only math rock games?
Only math rocks. I don't have time for cards. Always
I was
losing
thinking
them.
more dragon chess of sorts, but
Yeah, no, I don't have time for that. Busy collecting my math rocks.
totally understand. Everyone has their thing, of course. Yes, well, I quite like the green ones. Do you also use the socks as currency, or?
Oh yeah, socks, or I could trade shit with you. But socks are good. 70 socks for the stone set.
I see. Well, I've yet to acquire socks myself, but perhaps when I've discovered some math rocks in my travels, we can do business at that time.
Cool. Yeah, I'll see ya. I usually spend some of my time around here, this part of the Trashlands, but yeah, let me know if you find anything. Just ask for Sparkle Face.
Perfect. Yes, indeed. Oh, and my name is Pistachio.
Ah, nice to meet you, Pistachio.
Pleasure. I
Oh,
think
I
my
see a
cat is
kitty.
going to try to roll some dice. Baby girl, don't click on the keyboard. Thank you.
Kitty. Kitty.
Hi, baby girl.
Sorry, my earbud is malfunctioning. It's a cheap earbud, and it's like very old, so it's kind of making a humming sound.
Yeah.
I'll probably swap it out for another set of earbuds later.
Yeah, that's unfortunate with earbuds. There's nothing in the rule book that says they can't malfunction.
Yeah, I've had these for years, so, and I think I got them at like Five Below or something. So it's a miracle they've lasted as long as they did.
I can't keep headphones or earbuds together for very long. I don't know what it
Same.
is. They always
But this
break.
is my desk set. So bending the wire fixed them. I fixed a thing.
And you didn't use a hammer.
No, I just kind of twirled it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Oh.
other than my Bluetooth sets, which I'm super anal retentive about, just everything else just disappeared. Like it immediately goes, splits in half or whatever.
For a while
I
in
know.
college, oh, you can go. For a while in college, I essentially had an infinite headphone hack because the earbuds had like a 3-month warranty, and they would always break before then. So I just keep exchanging them for new ones for free.
Nice.
And I spent like 2 years without having to buy a single pair of headphones because the ones I had were so shitty that they kept breaking before the warranty was up.
It's the Skyrim merchant duplication glitch,
Yeah. Or the IHOP Infinite Pancake hack.
Yes.
It's
It's
cat. What's up?
how you get a 7-course meal at In-N-Out Burger,
I will take your word for that. We do not have In-N-Out here, but I've heard it's good.
I mean,
It's basically a meme.
Okay. I appreciate a good meme food.
Shake Shack
Yeah,
is my favorite chain of
There-
burger serving place. I know that's like the bougie fast food, but I like it.
We have Smash
I've never
Burger
been
here.
to it.
Like In-N-Out's biggest thing is their secret menu. Like that's the big draw.
Okay.
yeah. I mean, yeah. once Shake Shack actually gets like a real veggie burger, you know, that,
Yeah.
then,
The mushroom burger is filled with cheese, so it's
yeah.
not friendly to vegans or lactose
Yeah.
intolerant vegetarians, but
Yeah.
it is really good though.
Smash Burger has good burgers, veggie and otherwise. They have like a black bean one, I think.
Mhm. Yeah.
That one's good.
Love a
Or you
black
can
bean
get.
or-
For a while, they had something that had like brisket on it. That is very much not vegetarian, but it was very good.
Or
I'm not usually a burger person, but Smash Burger I can make exceptions for. Five Guys, let's be real, the burgers are okay, but the fries are the good shit.
Mhm.
yeah, that was always the drunk downtown in New York City evening.
Yep, that checks out.
Out here, it's Denny's. If you're
Oh.
out late, you end up at Denny's. You
Oh,
don't go
yeah.
to Denny's.
You end
Dude.
up at Denny's. Oh man, that reminds me of the time. Okay, so after a con that I went to, you know, it's gonna be a good story. I was in charge of running a live reading of My Immortal at the
Oh
con,
no.
and I had like 3 like laminated copies of the fanfic in its entirety. And you know, we went to Denny's afterwards to celebrate, and it was like 2 a.m. or some shit. And we get in the car and we're like, okay, we have all our stuff. And I go to like unpack my stuff and I'm like, shit, where's the copies of My Immortal? I left them at the Denny's.
Oh no.
You know that staff has questions for you.
Yeah, like terrible wizard erotica. I hope that it made their day. Like, or night or whatever. So shout out.
Stops in the Denny's.
Yeah, Denny's is a liminal space, for sure.
Mhm.
On a related note, I am working on a mini campaign that takes place in a surrealist Walmart. So at like 3 a.m. So
So
it's exciting.
Just a Walmart, basically.
Yeah.
Then.
Inspired by a very sleep deprived stream of consciousness piece of writing I did when I was at Walmart at 3 a.m. And I could not escape. The Walmart took me as its own. Anywho, Dungeons and Dragons and Goblins. So, Pistachio, you have received a side quest about collecting math rocks for Sparkleface. And then he kind of scurries off. Well, he actually goes off at a slower pace. And he kind of click-clacks away, the math rocks jingling in his pouches, and he has like little chests strapped to his back.
It was a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet ya.
He's got math rocks that jingle, jingle, jingle.
Yup.
Jingle,
And he has
jingle.
some of them like hanging off of his belt, kind of tied in little like wire cages. He's a very snazzy little fella.
I'm guessing they do roll right really.
Oh no, you're staticking. I'm staticking.
Too.
Is it a me problem?
Uh-oh.
Ah.
Hmm?
Oh no, I think it's a me problem.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think that you're moving like a human being again. So cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was my Wi-Fi's turn to burp.
Yeah. It happens.
Yep. So what did you say?
Oh, I was just saying that the math rocks probably jingle, 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 but you know,
Yeah, they do.
and roll right nearly along. Yeah. Are we still? How did the?
Oh yeah,
detective go?
identifying the robot or detecting magic on the robot. It seems to mostly be transmutation magic, but the furnace itself is evocation. And it's
Okay.
pretty powerful magic. Whoever first enchanted these things must have been pretty damn good at what they did.
You know, pass along that information to our resident fix-it and hope it's helpful.
Sure. So fixing it it doesn't necessarily require external tools, but it's
But the magic
Well, external
seems pretty
parts.
advanced. Yeah. but the magic parts of this seem pretty advanced. Since, make an Arcana check.
Let's see here. 11.
Okay. Yeah. You know a good number of spells that can create fire, but making spells that create lasting fire, that's a bit out of your comfort zone right now. You don't know if you'll necessarily be able to fix this one with your current skill set.
Okay. So
Unless
we're
you
gonna
really spend some time on it.
Yeah.
But at
we're
least you
gonna-
can tell them what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just have to. We'll have to grind for that one.
Yeah. Hey, maybe you'll meet someone further down the line who can fix it.
Yeah.
And you see some of the slimes chugging along. Pistachio. There's no slimes on the main tower. You see some of them kind of blobbing. It's kind of gross. Some of them are kind of greenish. Some of them are kind of grayish. Some of them are pretty much clear puddles of jelly. They're all pretty gross. I'm gonna need you to make a con save to see how grossed out you are.
Okay. That's fair. Nope. I hate
Oof.
this. I want out of this place.
As they go by, it smells of acid and old coffee grounds and garbage, and you kind of gag a bit and feel a little lightheaded. This place is terrible. You are not going nose blind anytime soon.
Do not like it here.
Yeah. And what is your passive perception? It's like 11 or something?
Yes. It's not very
Okay.
good.
Good to know. I will make note of that. And you float your way back up to the rest of the group that's examining the robot?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
How goes the repair on this little mechanical fellow?
Well, we have a shopping list, and we have a list of things that need doing, but we can't do yet.
I see. I met a strange person who wants me to find dice,
Oh.
Dice?
math rocks.
Huh.
Were they like some sort of merchant or?
I believe so. Yes, I was told that I could trade the dice for other dice.
Do they-
Maybe I should seek them out. There's a thing I can do if I have the right tools on hand.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh yes. Well, their name was Sparkleface, so I'm sure the people around here. They seemed to imply that if I asked for Sparkleface, people would know what that meant. So
Yeah. They take socks, right?
yes, indeed, socks as well. But I do not have any of those. So
Well, I mean, we could go by and get some stuff if you want.
I'm really more of a dragon chess player, but I suppose it could be fun to start a new hobby as well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm out here
there's-
for, right? Experiencing new things.
There's a divination spell I can use. I don't really need dice. Cards works, dragon bones, but
I mean, Illander, if you want, we can try to find this Sparkle Face before we head out.
if we come across them, we come across them. It's not something that I have in my kit currently, so I'm not worried about it.
Well, I mean, Rizzy's happy to hunt down the Sparkle Face real quick and put down some socks for stuff. That sounds good. Or at least ask around to see if see if they're still around. So.
I'm more interested in getting on with the tree ant problem and starting to, find the pieces you need for these repairs.
Sure. Yeah, let's get to it.
Okay. So you float down the mountain? Okay, back to the ground floor. And what do you do? There, you are surrounded by peaks of garbage. And you see various Trashlandians digging through the trash, trying to scavenge what they can. Along with the little spider bots helping out. You see one person playing tug of war with one of the trash bots, kind of trying to see who can get dibs on the good trash.
Well, we were given an indication of where the tree ant problem is, so I'm kind of heading off in that direction.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Yeah, you head deeper into the Trashlands, and you start seeing some of these little familiar creatures. You see an older dwarvish man kind of start whacking at some of them with a pickaxe and yelling. Do any of you speak dwarvish?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He's pretty much saying, "Fuck you, you little shit. Get off my lawn," and just yelling at it. You know, typical old man, get off my lawn kind of shit. He seems very upset at this thing. And then he sees another one kind of trying to make its way away from presumably his mini trash pile. And, oh, hey puppy, you have entered the chat.
2 puppies now.
Oh, right, your cat's name is Puppy, I forgot.
Double puppy.
Oh my goodness! Ah, look at that belly!
Yeah.
Sorry to our listeners, but look at that little floof. Look at those chubby little cheeks. I love that.
Yeah.
This is why I'm here.
Yeah.
The D&D is a bonus, but I'm here
Yeah.
to live vicariously through all these pet owners.
Yeah.
I love the sight gag of Puppy's little tail popping up like right next
Yeah.
to UD. Like
If we ever do a rewatch drinking games, like take a shot every time the cat tail enters the screen.
yeah, Catboy has joined chat.
Yeah. Oh, Coco's being weird and digging again. Little burrow girl. Yeah, she's trying to dig under the duvet.
I think we can digging in the ground for tubers.
Yeah.
Is that too obscure a meme? Never mind.
I don't get
that
the
later.
meme, but I'm sure it's a very good meme. I will have to look it up on Know Your Meme, like a boomer.
It might not be on there. A lot of Tumblr are popular on Tumblr. I'll find it.
Really? Huh, that's disappointing.
But not surprising.
Yeah. So you see that they are definitely becoming more and more numerous in this area. And they seem to be scurrying from tower to tower, in and out of different nooks and crannies of the garbages. And if you want, you can make either a nature or investigation check to see if you can kind of track them down.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, where's the Maladov when you need her? But
I know.
Yeah.
Oh!
you'll take a crack. Oh, Tasha might have it unlocked.
Yeah. Pistachio.
I might not be guys.
What did you roll?
I was rolling for investigation. I have a -1 either way, which comes out to a 15.
Huh.
Are tree ants in the Feywild at all? Or, I mean, these types of tree ants.
I'm gonna say that they have been spotted in the Feywild, but no one really knows what plane they're originally from. Pistachio, you
most
have
things.
seen them before, though.
Yeah, most
Um,
things in the Feywild, who knows where they're from?
Exactly. It's like they just show up one day. They're just there. But you see an
so
area.
like how we found the pistachio.
Yeah.
What was
But,
that about
yeah.
me? I'm sorry.
Well, we were talking about that nobody really knows where things come from in the
Oh, yeah.
Feywild. And it's like, oh, so pistachio or Fey warlock. Same thing.
Aw, Coco has a sock that she
I-
stole. I don't know where you got that from.
I mean, you know,
The Astral Plane, obviously.
Rizzy probably knows a little bit about Tashi that she's not gonna, bring up unless it's pertinent and unless Tashi's cool with that, of course.
I was just going for the joke. It's fine.
Yeah.
Puppy's being very cute.
I wonder what she traded for the sock.
She
It is
has no
funny that-
memories, only vibes. What goes on in that tiny head of yours?
Just you pop in and it's just like Bela Bartok is playing in there. Just it's all 20th century chamber music. Cats and dogs' heads at all times.
I can see that.
Well, Puppy, it's all bagpipes. She loves bagpipes. You play bagpipes, this
Interesting.
girl will sprint to wherever you are in her vicinity.
I'm gonna send a picture of the puppy with her stolen quarry. I'm gonna post it to the chatterplane.
Which, if there are people in the audience who don't know, we have a Discord. If you're
Yes, that's where all the good memes are at.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so Pistachio, you in particular notice an area of the trash tower that seems to be a little less trashy than others, in that it seems to have mostly just broken furniture, so it's not as greasy and smelly. And you see that a lot of the trans seems to be coming out from an opening between the legs of a chair.
Okay. I will gesture that way.
Oh, you see something, Tash?
Yes, does that area look relatively different to you from the rest of this area?
I mean, now that you mention it, sure, yeah, we can.
Well, less overall dirty. And also, I think if you look over there, it seems to be some sort of tunnel through the trash that they are exiting from. I don't know what that means in particular, but it's a trail to follow. And he'll like tap his cane in his hand because he can't do it on the ground.
Well,
So yeah,
But
looks like
yay.
we might be narrowing down where the nest is.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, this seems to be something. It seems like it's a pretty tight tunnel, unless you were to make it bigger.
Let's see. Do any of us have? I have a crowbar. Does Dream Mart sell shovels? Let me check.
I believe I also have a crowbar. Yes, I do. Although I guess I don't know if I brought it with me to this plane.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, but.
I mean, I have a hand axe. I could just start breaking down furniture.
Okay.
Make a perception check.
$22.
You notice that some of the people digging through the trash do have shovels. Some have pickaxes. You might be able to borrow one or buy one off of one of them.
Sure. Yeah. Tashi, do you want to take the lead on this, or?
Certainly can.
Yeah, I've got the socks if we want to see how much.
Sorry,
Yeah,
it's so hard to do anything with Puppy here.
My Wi-Fi is being a butt right now. But yeah, you see the older dwarven man around the corner. You see that he has a shovel leaning against the base of his trash heap. And as he's trying to attack the tree ants with a pickaxe.
And okay, I'll go over and, well, I'll stay at a relative distance so he doesn't feel threatened by me.
Okay,
and,
fair.
Yeah. And Rizzy's thinking too was that in case he doesn't speak common, like you
Yeah.
speak Dwarvish, so.
Yeah, I've got the charisma and I speak Dwarvish, so.
That is
I
true.
imagine Rizzy speaks Gnomish, and I imagine it's like speaking Romanian to someone who speaks Portuguese. Like it's probably not, I guess that means goblin is what Serbian in this scenario because it's
I
kind of a
guess.
Balkan Roman thing.
Can I squeeze this way just a little bit? No? Okay.
Kitty or puppy cat.
Before we get into this social challenge, I would like to bless the party.
Oh,
Just across the board. We'll
bless this
do
mess.
that. Yes.
Okay, so you can all add 1d4 to. Actually, that would only be for attack rolls and saving throws, not ability checks.
You're
Yeah,
right.
and
You're right. But just in
can-
case it goes bad, I feel better
I can
having it.
guidance.
Yeah, you
I'll
can guidance
attack.
spam.
So in Dwarvish, I will go, hello there.
He turns around and says, "Hey,
It seems there's a bit of an issue with these little tree beasts here.
yeah, I'm tired of them. I hate these things."
Well, me and my compatriots here, and I'll gesture behind me, we're actually hired to do something about it. Thank you, puppy. I know. Thank you. I know. I appreciate it.
Father, a present for you.
My butt. No, your butt. No. Please don't roll dice. Thank you. Okay, she's going to character sheet.
I mean, see,
Ah,
step
my Wi-Fi.
and be like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe to share. We're the Opossum King has asked us to clear out a nest of tree ants, and we are down a shovel, unfortunately.
Oh yes, indeed. Yes, we were hired by the Possum King, and we were just hoping we could make use of your lovely shovel over there. We'll bring it back, just to get to where they're coming from over there.
So you want to take my shovel?
We'll bring it back. I promise.
We can provide you recompense
Oh yes, and we are happy to if there's something of equal value
or socks.
or socks.
Oh, sucks. Now you're talking. Make
well,
a
those-
persuasion check. You have
they're all-
advantage because you offered money.
of value.
Yeah.
Advantage and the.
And D4.
Do I not have guidance on the sheet yet? Damn it. Hang
Yeah,
on.
you could just add 1d4 manually if you want.
I know, it's just nice to have it on there, so I might as well throw it here somewhere.
Yeah, fair.
If you click the gizmo button on the right-hand side, you have the global save skill, attack damage, and AC modifier. field.
There it is. Save skill attack. Beautiful. Good. I have guidance, yes. Good. Advantage, yes. Persuasion.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, he says, sure, 10 socks. We'll call it a deal.
I will look behind me at my companions since I have no socks.
Yep.
He's saying this in
Down
Dwarvish,
those-
by the way.
Okay, I will say the man's requested 10
Yeah.
socks.
Rizzy's like, I heard the 10, I just wasn't sure. I assumed socks, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, it becomes an argument of 10 pairs, 10 singles. Like, you really need the context.
Yeah.
Rizzy took, like, 2 or 3 years of Dwarvish in secondary school, but all she remembers is how to count to 10.
Yeah, that's
Mood.
fair.
How to ask for the find the local library. Like, those are the only things she knows in Dwarvish.
No,
You can
Spanish,
say I
but
don't
know
speak
it.
Dwarvish.
Yeah, probably should take that off her LinkedIn account. But yeah, anyway.
Oof. Feel personally attacked right now.
That's right.
No, I am not fluent in Esperanto anymore. I'm sorry.
Well, if they ever shoot a remake of Incubus, if Sam Raimi feels inspired to, anyway.
Well, if my job ever requires me to speak fluent Esperanto, I'll be very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
I don't
learning
even
it- I'm
use
learning
Spanish.
Klingon right now.
Nice, nice. Like, I don't even use Spanish that often, let alone Esperanto. Anyway, so yeah, 10 socks.
Kiddos. Put down those 10 sockaloons.
Okay? He gestures over to the shovel. He says, just don't break it.
Kiddos.
No, of course. I mean, I guess we can't promise, but we will do everything in our power not to.
Yeah.
Fine, good enough. And you make your way over to the tunnel and you look in and you see just a whole shit ton of treants. Just crawling in there. And with that, I think that's a good place to end it for the night, because I know that my Wi-Fi is not having it, and then I have the virtual LARP later today that I have to get ready for, so...
Yeah, I got another game
Yeah.
going, so...
Yeah. But yes, I will
My,
see
my
you...
Star Trek game, in fact.
Ooh, exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I will see you all maybe 2 weeks from now? I don't know. Time is fake.
Yeah, it's a flat circle. I hear.
Yeah.
I'll be gone for a couple weeks in June, but we can talk about that later.
Okay, we'll figure it out on the Discord.